welcome back to our Fiona lessons, and thank you for joining me today. And I hope that you all doing well and doing good. So for today's lesson, it will be the 3D modeling and draft simulation in Civil 3D. So I hope that you guys can see my screen right now and can hear my voice. So if you cannot see my screen or cannot hear my voice, you can just let me know at chat box, and if you have question, just let me know, okay? I will try to answer it. All right, thank you, CCW. All right, so next one. Okay, before we started, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Auni Umira. I am the application engineer at Acad system. And here is our output for today's lesson. So before we start, I would like to make sure that for today's lesson, we will be required to install. Good afternoon, or yes, good afternoon, Ali. Good afternoon. All right. So moment. Okay. So I would like to make sure that for today's lessons, we will be required to install the vehicle tracking software. So if you are AEC collection user, so there will be the vehicle tracking software in your Autodesk desktop app, or you can just go to Autodesk Manage to install it. Okay. If you are just a standalone Civil 3D user, so you can, unfortunately, you can skip the this vehicle tracking part. So it is just the last one. Okay. So if you are an AEC user, you can just download, install it in your PC or laptop. Okay. So for today's output, firstly, we're going to do the 3D modeling. We're going to do the feature lines from object, grading. We're going to do the alignment, profile, view, assembly, and also lastly, for the 3D modeling, we're going to do the corridor. So next, we're going to do this surface setting. And the next step will be the adding the civil blocks such as the building, the landscaping, like lighting and so on. Okay. And lastly, I'm going to show you how you do the vehicle tracking add-ons in Civil 3D. So we can do the drive simulation using the vehicle tracking. Okay. So I'm going to change this one. Okay. So I already opened my Civil 3D. So this is our output for today. More or less, it will look like this. I'm going to show you first how our lesson today. So it will look more or less like this. Okay. So I'm going to close on this first. Okay. Okay, here is my drawing. So I already have my surface here with a sketch of the road alignment, and also here it would like a lot, a parking lot. It can be a parking lot, a resident lot, or anything. Okay. So first, before I do the alignment, I do the corridor, I'm going to do the feature lines and change this one to the grading first. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to go to this. Okay, I'm going to go to this create design column. So you go to here to feature line, drop down, and then you can find here is create feature line from object. So click on that one and bring your cursor to this square here, or any space that you want to do the grading, and click on the object and click enter. Moment, I'm going to admit participant. Hi, who are just coming in. Thank you for joining me today. Okay, so here is the create feature lines box. Okay, hi, who are just coming in. Thank you. Okay, So I'm going to rename this feature line as lot 1. For example, I'm going to do this box as a lot 1. And then make sure to check on this erase existing entities and also check on this assign elevation box because I want to insert the elevation for the lot. Okay, click on OK. So here this assign elevation box. I'm going to insert my own elevation. Okay, so just click on the elevation here and insert the elevation. So elevation is actually according to your surface, so it might be higher from this elevation or might be lower. So according to my surface here, the suitable elevation for my lot here is 125 mm. Okay, then click on OK. So now it's already turned to feature line. So from the feature line, we're going to create the grading. So to do grading, you go to this grading drop down here, and then you click on this grading creation tools. So you pop up this create grading creation tool. So it's actually this button here is actually the step of how you create the grading. For example, for this first button here is actually you have to create the grading group first and then do the surface and then choose the what grade you want. And lastly, here is where you draw the grading. Okay, so click on the first button here, set the grading group, click this one, and this setting for the grading group will pop up. So this one, just rename is as slot 1 grading. Okay, and check on this automatic surface creation. So check on this one. And the setting for the grading here, I'm just going to let it be set as default. And click on and check on this volume-based surface. Okay. All right. So click on OK. So click on OK again. So it's okay. Just a warning there. Okay. So here, next one is for the surface. Click on the surface. So it might be more than one surface here. But for my project today, I just have one surface. So it's not going to like have any issue here. So if you have like more than one surface here, so you might have to choose the one that actually you want to work on. Okay. So hi, who are just coming in, thank you. Okay, next one, after the surface, so go here to the grade to distance. So I'm going to change this grade to surface. Okay, I'm not going to use the grade to distance. I'm going to use the grade to surface and just click on this create grading. So if you already click on the create grading, so you can find CV3D want us to select the features. So I'm going to select this feature line that I just made just now. Click on this one. And next, CV3D want us to select the grading side. Okay, so a grading side is where you want the grading will be. So for example, I want it to be outside of this box. So I click on the outside of the box here. And it will ask, you want to apply to entire length. So I just want it, the grading from this point to this point. I don't want it to disturb at this root area. So I click on no. So after you click on no, so it will like pop up this arrow, green arrow. So I would like to start my grading point from this part and click enter. And for another point is, so it will look like this. The grading will be around this lot and will end it here. Okay, click on here and enter. So here is the cut format. A moment. Hi, who are just coming in, thank you. So for the cut format, I'm going to use slope. And the value for the cut slope will be 0.5. And the same goes to fill format will be slope. And the slope will be 2/1. Okay, so if I click enter, it will look like this. Okay, so I click escape one time. And I want, if you stop here, so you will find that you will have that like hole here. It will like open space here. So if I show you object viewer, so it will look like this. Okay, so to create the filling here, so to do that, go here to the create grading drop down. So you can find there is create infill. Okay, so click on this create infill and click inside of the grading. So you can find if there is a diamond symbol there, so which means your grading are already being filled. So if I show you again for the object viewer, it will look like this. Okay. So close on this one first and close for the grading tools. So I'm okay with this grading. So next one, I'm going to create the alignment using this center line here. So to do that, so go to alignment drop down here, and then you can find that is a create alignment object from object. So click on this one, and it asks so Civil3D asks to select the polyline. Okay, so just click on this polyline and enter. So if you using the alignment from object, so it will always have this direction for your alignment. So where you want the station start and where you want the station end. So if I don't want the station start from here and end at this point. So I want to reverse it. So if I reverse it, which means my station will start here. So alignment name, it will pop up this create alignment object. So this is the setting for your alignment. So I'm just going to rename it as alignment dash road. And then the setting here, I'm just going to change the alignment level set to measure and minor only. And for the conversion option, so I'm going to uncheck on this add curve between tangent. And make sure you check on this erase existing entities. Then click on OK. So you can find the polyline just now already changed to alignment. Okay. So after that, after you've done the alignment, you go to you need to do the profile view. So to do profile view, either you go here, drop down, and create surface profile, or you can just click on the alignment and this launch pad column here, you can find there is a surface profile. Okay, we just click on that one, and you can find there is the create profile from surface. So for my case, I only have one alignment. So if you have more alignment, you can choose here. And then for the surface, I'm going to use this existing ground surface. And after that, I click on add. And after you click on add, click on this draw profile view button here. So the next step is the setting for the profile view. So for the setting here, I'm just going to let it be set as default here. So I'm not going to change the station range, the profile view, and the data bands on. So I just go straight here to this create profile view and just insert my profile view in my project. Like that. So this is my cross section of this alignment. So I don't want the profile view look like bigger here. So I just want it like smaller. So I'm going to edit the profile view style. So to edit the profile view style, just click on the profile right click, and you can find there is the edit profile view style. Click on this one, and then this is a setting for your profile. So go to the first one is I'm going to change the graph first. So go to graph button here, and then you can find there is a vertical exaggeration. So click on okay, so change this 10 value here to 2.5, and then go to grid button. So for the grid option here, go to grid padding. So for the padding, for the two left side here, going to change to 0. Same goes to right. Okay, it will no value for the to left and to right. And for the grid option, I'm going to check on this click a vertical grid and check on these two elements here, which is the click to highest profile and omit grid to padding area. So if you find here, you can find if you click on these two, they will Civil3D will preview to you first how your profile view style will show in your project. So it will show like this. Okay, so same goes to the click horizontal grid. Hi, who are just coming in? Thank you for joining me today. Okay, so next I'm going to click on this click horizontal grid. So in the same setting, click on these two. A moment, I'm going to admit participant. Hi, who are just coming in? Thank you. Okay, so these two click horizontal grid and click vertical grid, I check on everything. And the next setting is I go to the vertical axis, and here for the right side, it selected the right side here. So change the measure tick detail for the interval to 10. And the minor tick detail for interval to 5 meters. So using the same value for the left side. Okay, measure tick detail interval 10, minor tick detail interval 5 meters. Okay, so next one, before I click on apply and OK, I go to display button first. So I want my profile to show like a tiny tick in the side of the profile view. So for me to easier to locate the elevation for my project. So to do that, I'm going to display tab here and click enable, okay, visibility here for the measure, for the left axis tick measure, and same goes to the minor one. So this is for the left one. So for the right one here, you scroll down a little bit, you will find the left axis tick measure, enable that, and tick minor, enable that. And then click on apply, click on OK. So you can find there is the profile view, look more nice like this, okay? And you can find the tick will be visible like that. So next one is I'm going to create the design proposed. This is actually the cross section of the existing ground. So my proposed ground is I don't want it to be like follow the existing ground. So to do the design proposed line in the profile, before that I'm going to click on the profile first. Okay. Okay. And then I go to add view level. I want to like enter the level for elevation that according to this lot here. Okay, so this route will be exactly aligned with the lot here. Okay, So I'm going to go to this add view level, drop down here and go to station elevation. And I'm going to click on this tick, minor tick here. This is why I enable the tick for the left side and the right side of the profile. So it's easier for me. So this is 1 to 5. So which means this minor tick is, sorry, this is 1 to 0. So which means the minor tick here is 1 to 5. Then click on this point, click again. Then you can find there is the label. A moment, I'm going to admit participant. Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so click again on the label. I'm going to bring it up so it's easier for me to see. Okay, the elevation here is 1 to 5, so same as elevation of this lot. Okay, after I insert the label, so now I'm going to create the design elevation. Okay, sorry, the design profile. So to create the design profile, click on the profile again. Sorry, the profile, and you can find here is the profile creation tools tab. Click on this one, and then this is the setting for the new design design line. So I'm just going to rename it as design profile. Okay, just rename it profile line, for example. And then the profile style will be the design profiles, okay. And then the profile level set will be complete level set. And click on OK. So this profile layout tool will pop up. So this is how we create the design line. So you go to the first button here, click the drop down and click draw tangent with curve. So if your design profile or design purpose are in straight line, you're just using this draw tangent. So for my case, I want it have a curve. So just click on this one. And I'm going to start my point at, for example, that at this elevation, 135. And just randomly draw my profile, design profile. This and connect with my elevation here, 125, and enter. So for the value for your profile, design profile here should be, you have that exact value. So for my case, I just draw it randomly, okay? So if you have your own requirement, your own elevation for your design line, you can just, using this method, spot elevation, so you can spot it at the exact elevation in your real project, okay? So I'm going to close on this profile layout first, okay? So next one, I'm going to create the assembly. So before you create corridor, you have to create assembly. So to do the assembly, so go here to assembly drop down and click on create assembly. So I'm going to rename this assembly as road and click OK. So place it around near to the surface like this, and it will zoom in automatically for you. This is the assembly element. So I'm going to open the style palettes. So here is located of 2 palettes. Okay. So inside the palette tab here, home tab, inside the palette column, so you can find there is the 2 palettes. Or the shortcut keys is actually Ctrl+3. So click on these 2 palettes. So this is the element that I want to add. So I'm going to add just a simple sub-assembly, which is the lane and the daylighting. So just go to lane option here. And I'm going to use this lane super elevation AOR. Click on this one and place it in my assembly. So click escape one time and click again at the lane. Going to change the parameter. So go to this sub-assembly properties. Okay, and then go to this parameter tab here. So going to change the width of my corridor for the right side will be 5 meters. And the default slope will be 0. So there will be no slope. Click on apply, click on OK. So for the right side, the lane will be 5 meters. And next one, I'm going to insert the cut slope. Okay, go to basic option here. So you can find this basic side slope cut pitch. So I'm going to use this option for daylight. Okay, click on this one and scroll in and place it at the first circle in your lane, in your corner here, in your lane here. The first circle, click on this one and click escape one time. I'm going to change the parameter for the cut slope layout here. Click on the cut slope pitch and go to sub-assembly properties. Same, go to parameters. And here I'm going to change the cut slope to 0.5. Fill slope will be 2. And I'm going to change the full slope width to 0. Same goes to bottom width, 0. And then the back slope width, 0 too. Okay. After I change all the parameters, I go to apply, go click OK. So this is the element for the right side. So to do for the left side, just select everything. And then you can find this is the mirror for assembly. Okay, click on this one and select the assembly element here, and it will automatically create the element, the corridor, the assembly element for the left side. All right. Okay, so after you're done creating the assembly, you can go create the corridor. To create corridor, just click on this button here, click on the corridor, and you can rename it road. And baseline type will be alignment and profile. Alignment will be alignment road because I already want alignment here, so it will automatically set for me. And the profile will be the design profile line. Okay, profile line, because I want my road according to my design line here. And then assembly will be the one I just created just now. And the target surface will be the existing ground. And click on OK. And here it is the baseline and region parameters for the road. So I'm just going to change the frequency here. So click on this box with 3 dots for the frequency and change everything that have a 20-meter value to 10 meter. So the long tangent, a long spiral, a long vertical curve, and then curve increments 10. So everything changed to 10 meter. So click on OK, click on apply, reboot corridor. Okay, click on OK. So this is my corridor with surface target there. Okay. So before I go to the what else just now? Okay, go to the surface setting. I'm going to create the setting, create the surface for the corridor first. So click on the corridor, right click, and you can go to corridor properties here and go to the surface tab. So this is where you're adding surface for your corridor. And then click on this one, this first button here, create corridor surface, and click on plus, green plus button. This is data for my surface. I want it, a data type will be link and the specified code will be top. Click on add and check on this add break line column here. And next one, after you do setting for your surface, I'm going to go to the boundaries tab here and click on the root surface that we just created just now. Right click and click on this corridor extend as outer boundary. Click on this one, click on apply, okay. So it will create the surface for my road here. Okay. So after you are already done creating surface for the road, so now I'm going to create one more surface to combine all the surface in my project here. So to do that, go to prospector option here and go to the surface drop down here, and then you can find there is three surface that we already create. So go to surface, click on the surface here, right click and create new surface. So this one I'm going to rename it as combine surface or combine, which means it combine all the surface. Click OK. So it will adding the one more surface here, combine. So click the combine drop down, click again until you find this edit. Okay, after that, click on the edit, right click, and you can find there is a paste surface. So click on the paste surface, so it will ask you to select surface to paste. So you cannot in one time select everything to paste. You have to create, you have to select one by one. So the first one will be existing ground. Second one will be the lot grading. And the third one will be the root surface. Click on OK. And I'm done with the combined surface. So the other surface, except combine, I'm going to change the style to no display. So it will not show in my drawing. So to do that, click on the surface, right click and go to surface properties, go to information tab here, and for the surface style here, I'm going to change to no display, apply, okay. So repeat the step for the other surface except combine. Okay, surface profile, drop down the style, no display, apply, okay. Last one for the root surface. Okay, no display, apply, okay. It will look like this. So if I orbit to you, this is what the 3D will look. Okay, you will cut through all the existing ground there. Okay, so go back to top view. And I'm going to change this surface display to insert the right triangle surface style too. So to do that, click on the surface, right click and go to the surface properties. Sorry, not surface property. Click again on the surface, right click, go to edit surface style. Okay. So here, go to display tab and enable these triangles. Yeah, so it will be visible in your project. Okay, click on apply. Okay, so it will look like this. Okay, so click again on the surface. I'm going to edit the visor. Okay, click on the surface. Click on edit surface here. Click on raise and lower surface. So I will insert the one amount of the elevation, just 0.1. So this is like it will make your surface look more nicely. Okay? So if I orbit it, so it will look like this. Okay. Rotate it like that. So change to conceptual, it will look like this. Okay, So go back to wireframe and change the view to top. So next one, I'm going to add the adding the civil block. So to do that, go to the two palettes again, click on the two palettes again, and click on this two palette dash civil 3D sub-assembly. So click, right click on this one, and you can find this other option for my two palettes. So I'm just going to change this as matrix sub-assembly to civil multi-view blocks. So this is how you're adding the building, landscape, and also the lighting, highway, and so on. Okay, the signage, okay, by using the civil multi-view block. So now click on the building. So I'm just going to add a building, for example, condo. So using any condo here. So to add in your project, just simply click on the item you want to add and place in your model. And then you can copy as usual. Okay, be like that. So here one. Okay, this part too, for example, like that. Okay, next one, for example, you want to add trees in your project. So just go to tree option here, landscape option here. So you can find there is a concept tree and so on. So for example, I'm just going to use this concept tree 01 here and place it along my road. Okay, beside the road like this, and just copy. Okay, copy here. Okay, this is, I just randomly insert it. If you have your own spec, your own placement of your landscape, okay, for your entities, you can just add it according to your requirement, okay? So for me, I just randomly insert it like that. Okay, so for example, I add more tree inside my lot here. Copy it. Okay, adding here and there. All right. So next, for example, I want to add street lamp. So go to external work here. You can find amenity lighting. Okay. So for example, I use this, the first one, Abacus 3500. So click on this one. Okay, and just place it in your route. For example, this point, read it like this, and then copy it again. Okay, it's simple as that. Just place it and just copy it. Okay, copy to this point. So you can repeat this. You can do this placement of the block along the road. Okay, if you want to continue, I'm just going to put some more just for example here. Okay, just going to put that, and you can add many more block here inside your project if you want to. Okay, you can explore more. There's bunch more block that you can explore. There also vehicle there. Okay, so I'm going to close on these two palettes. So now we move to the vehicle tracking. So here is the vehicle tracking tab. If you install it, it will automatically insert in your Civil 3D. So you don't need to like double running it. Okay, so just click on this vehicle tracking, and you can find here this auto drive art here. Click on this one, and this is my library for my vehicle tracking. So it's not same for any user. For library, sometimes there is more library. So library option here. Sometimes there's no library. So if there is no library, you can just click on this file tab here and just open library, and then you can find the library in your PC. Okay, for example, my location for my library is located at Windows, C drive. Go to program data, go to Autodesk, and you can find this is vehicle tracking. So go to for my case, I only have for 2017 library. So this is my library. Okay. This is the location for the library. Okay, I already opened, I insert everything. So I'm going to use this worldwide real vehicle option here. I'm going to use truck. And I'm going to use this Volvo brand one. And click on this. I'm going to use this 18.5 meter longer, this one. Okay. Click on proceed. So this one, it just asks us if you want this setting set as default. So after this, if you do other project and you're using the vehicle tracking, it will use the same setting. So I just click on no, and then it will pop up this drawing setting. So for the scale here, I'm just going to let it be as default setting here. And just going to change for the surface option here. For the existing surface and final surface, I'm going to use the combine because this is the only surface that I visible it. So, and then make sure check on this project plan into final surface. Then click on OK. Click on OK again. So it will ask you to position your vehicle. So I'm just going to position it at this point. And the direction for my vehicle will be like this. Like this. Okay. So after you insert the position of your vehicle, it will pop up this box and just click on proceed. So it will automatically ask you to do the path of your vehicle. Okay. So just going to like stop there. Okay, the path of my vehicle along the corridor. Okay, or the route. This one, and go straight until I go to the lot. This point, okay, I'm just going to randomly insert the path inside the lot. This. Okay. That. This is just example. Okay, just randomly do that. And then if you want to end your path, just click on enter. So it will automatically end it for you. Okay, so if you already insert it, you already satisfied with the path. While it's still selected, you go to here, animated. Click on this one, and you can find this is the the place setting for your animation. So I want to show like 3D view for the vehicle moving. So click on this fly by camera. Okay, so the setting for the camera, you have to do the setting here. Okay, the camera, for example, this one is the tracking path. This one is driver eye. So the driver eye is like you inside the vehicle, and fixed position camera. So it will fix at this point. So if the vehicle is moving, your camera will not moving. Okay. And then for the positioning of the camera, you can adjust it here. This is the local length. This is the height. I'm going to make sure I can see the whole track, the whole vehicle here. So for the side, that K, the height will be that, local length, back K, moment. I'm going to like have the perfect camera angle here. Okay, I think this one is okay. Okay. One more. All right, it's okay. So I'm okay with this view, camera view. So to start your animation, you just click on this play button here. Okay, so your vehicle will start moving. So if you want to change the animation duration and so on, you can just go to advanced here and go to edit. So you can edit here. Okay, so for example, in the same time it's moving, you want to change the camera control here, you can do that. Okay, just drag it at the same time it's moving. While it's still moving, you can also edit the camera view. Okay, like that. Oops, it's changing. Right, so you can also drag the animation time here. Okay, for example, okay, already inside the lot, look like that. Okay, change the local length, change this, the height. Okay, the side there, like that. All right. So you can, if you want to stop, you can just close, click on close. Okay, click on close. No, it will going back to the top view. Okay, that is how you do the vehicle tracking in Civil 3D. So that is the end of this lesson. So if there is any question you want to ask me, can Revit use vehicle tracking? For now, I only think that vehicle tracking can only be used in AutoCAD, any AutoCAD or Civil 3D, mechanical, or AutoCAD, the ordinary AutoCAD. For Revit, I never tried it, so never know can do Revit, can do vehicle tracking in Revit. So for me, for the suitable software to do vehicle tracking is the AutoCAD. Okay. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. CW. So before I end my lesson today, I'm going to share my website first. This is my company website, acadsystem.com. So for example, you want to join our next free online lesson, you can just go to our acadsystem.com, scroll down, and you can find this is our next free online lesson. For example, you interested to join this Plan 3D Autodesk Pipe to ISO, click on this one, and you can just click on going and register it, and we will email to you our Zoom link and the time and date for you. So if you want to rewatch this today free online lesson, you can just go to our YouTube channel, okay, Acad System Sundrian Bahat. So don't forget to subscribe us, okay. So here you can find, go to video, okay. Here you can find our previous free online lesson, and if you want to watch today's free lesson, so we will upload it after this. So you can just watch it in our YouTube channel, okay. So that is for today's lesson. Moment I check. the chat first. So thank you everyone. Thank you Ali. Thank you Aziz. Thank you Inani. Thank you Badro. Thank you everyone for joining me today. And stay safe. Take care. And I hope to see you guys in our next further lessons. All right. Thank you. Thank you Muhammad Faiz. Thank you. Okay. Thank you CCW. Thank you everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.